congratulations to you guys. We had 12 ladies earn this, but I think 7 o'clock might be more dinner time for a lot of people. So maybe that's what's happening. Either way, we're recording it so that they can watch it on the replay. Again, I just want to say congratulations on earning this. It means you're doing the damn thing. You're getting the sales, you're getting the recruits, you're working your business. And so this call is designed to help you be stronger, better, faster in your business. And the entire pretense of this all, the idea of this all actually came from Jordan probably a year and a half ago. She said, I got this idea. I want to start it. Will you be my first speaker? And I was like, yeah, of course I will. And so I spoke to her team for their leadership call, and we've just constantly been helping each other. And so before I even let Jordan talk, I want to talk to you guys about the power of having sideline sisters, women that are on your level as far as hustle, as far as motivation, as far as mindset, as far as drive. They do not have to be on your same level rank-wise, because we all know rank does not equate to quality. Rank is just a place that you are in line with unique. But finding people that you can run with from a business standpoint, that you can bounce ideas off of, that you could say, hey, my team is looking for some fresh perspective, and you know, they can say to you, hey, what would you do in this situation? Having sideline sisters is so freaking valuable, and I don't know if I would have made it in this business if I didn't have people to go to. Because as leaders, you can't bitch down. Okay, you better not be bitching down. And I just want to say that. We don't bitch down. We are the leaders. It stops with us. So if there's problems, nobody on the team should know it. Okay, so having a sideline sister is important for that reason, because even the best of the best have bad days and they need somebody to vent to. Even the best of the best have struggles in their business and they need somewhere to go to hash it out. And the sideline sister is exactly what that's for. And so I'm grateful that Jordan's here for you guys. She was the one that I called when I needed somebody for you, and I cannot wait for her to pour in her love and in knowledge into you guys. Go ahead, Jordan.
You're so cute. All right, so my name is Jordan, if you guys didn't get that out of Marie's quick infomercial. So Marie asked me to talk to you guys about strong ways to onboard your new presenters, and I kind of hopped on and was like stalking your conversation, and it sounds like you guys have a lot of new team members. So I want to help you guys get them started off strong, because I think, I mean, it could have went one or two ways. When my sponsor sponsored me, I mean, she just threw me into a bunch of groups. And I mean, didn't just throw me into her team page. She threw me into Jen. She threw me into Adriana. She threw me into Amber's. I'm like, I don't even know how uplines work right now. I'm not really sure why I'm in 10 team pages. So of course I add them to my team page, you know, whenever I have anybody get started. It's up to you guys. I mean, I personally don't go, and it's nothing against Jen and Adriana. I love them dearly. I do eventually, you know, when they're doing incentives or stuff, I'll make sure my team knows that those pages are there. But just think about when you first start, I think it's a bit overwhelming to put people in 50 groups. Because they don't understand, unless they've maybe been in you know, direct sales before, they don't understand why they're on these 50 different, you know, teams. So that's just my tidbit. If you guys are still using Marie's, funnel them into Marie's. And I wouldn't say recreate the wheel until you have to. Like, I used Jen's team page. I used Jen Hagemeyer's team page, I think, until I hit like green. And I didn't feel like I needed to recreate the wheel. Everything that my team needed was already in that team page that was created. Of course, you're a leader. You know, of course, I'm sure Marie wants you to have your independence too. I want you to have your independence, but don't recreate what's already there, because it's just wasting your time. And I felt like when I first made my team page, all I was doing was sharing what was in Jen's anyways. So it was kind of pointless. So, you know, of course I want you guys to be independent. Just don't feel like you can't use your resources. You know, I'm sure Marie's team page is, you know, looking at all the leaders' team pages I'm in, you know, green to black, I'm sure it has everything you could ever need in there. Okay. So don't feel like you need to recreate that wheel until you need to. Okay. But so onboarding, even if they're a kidnapper, I add them into the team page, and it's all about wording. I don't say, here's our team page. Like, because if it's a kidnapper, they're going to be like, well, I'm not joining that. Why would they need to? I say, I'm going to send you the link to the page. Okay. Even if you end up not selling anything, this is where you're going to find all of the products that you can get, you know, that are released early. You'll be able to see like what the monthly specials are. And if you ever decide you want to sell, everything you need is in that page. But if not, no big deal. It just takes all of the pressure out of it, but they're still in that team page and they're still watching what you guys are doing. Okay. Because even if they just grab that kit for the makeup, did any of you guys just grab it for the makeup, not like wanting to sell it first? Okay.
April.
So you get it then. So, I mean, I can't tell you how many people I have had, and even if they are just a kidnapper, I mean, I just had a kidnapper join in the beginning of the month, and I look, and she has $210 in sales. So I was like, I messaged her, and I was like, hey girl, did you treat yourself? Like, so even if they are a kidnapper, I mean, and I don't know Marie's take on it. I did not talk about kidnappers with my team. It's not something we talked about. It was like under the rug, like, because I get it up front. You don't make any money off of selling that kit. And it's a mindset shift. You know, it sucks. You don't make any money off that kit, but you have to look at the long term. I mean, especially with these new bonuses now. So let's say what status are you guys? Just so I know I'm talking who I'm talking to.
I'm blue.
I'm yellow. I just turned yellow.
Okay.
And Amber's yellow, or Amber's blue, rather, as well.
Okay. So I'm going to go with blue, Laura. Just follow my math here for a second.
Sure.
So when you're blue, you're going to make 4% off of your team sales. Okay.
Okay.
So let's say you're kidnapper. Okay. You didn't make anything off their kit. We don't make commissions off the kit. But let's say your kidnapper comes in and they spend $100. Okay. They got the flawless score. It's 99, but we're going to round up because I can't math. Okay. So let's say they got the flawless score. They spent $100. Okay. Mm-hmm. You're making from the frontline bonus. Okay. I'm hoping you guys know what the frontline bonus is. I'm sure Marie did not let you on this call without knowing what that is.
I don't know what it is.
Well, you just joined. Okay, we're going to give you some
She's brand new. That's not fair. Yeah, she's brand
2
new.
weeks.
Which she's earned this in her first 2 weeks. She's already earned the leadership. So she's signed.
We're going to give you some slack.
Yeah, she gets a break.
So, it sounds great, whatever it is.
She's like a bonus.
Yeah,
front line? That sounds awesome.
So frontline bonus, basically just a quick rundown, is as long as you have your $500 in for sales that month, Laura, you're going to get 10% of anybody you personally sponsor. You're going to get 10% of their sales within their first 60 days, within their fast start period. Okay. So this girl, she joins today. She goes on, she spends $100. Okay. So you're going to get 10% of her sales because she's within her first 60 days. So there's $10, and you're going to get, you know, if you're blue that month, if your paid is blue, you're going to get 4% of that because it's in your team sales. If you're pink, you'll get 3%. But even if you're not pink, even if you're just yellow, you're still going to get that 10% as long as, you know, you have your $500 in, then you unlock that bonus. So in the grand scheme of things, when you're bringing in, and I don't even call them kidnappers. That's like a taboo word on my team. We call them preferred customers because kidnapper sounds yucky. Okay.
It's funny. I've never heard the term before.
So I call them preferred customers, and that's how I market it. Is I'm like, you know, I go to my good customers and I'm like, you're already spending this money with me. Why don't you just get a discount on all your own stuff from now on? Yeah. Like, I can find new customers. Okay. I can find new customers, but anybody I can get to get that kit and possibly turn into someone who wants to work this, I'm going to
Yeah.
take that and run. But in the long run, I know when you get somebody to buy that kit, you don't make anything off of it, and it sucks on a superficial level. But look at it a little bit deeper. When you're pink, you're making 13% off of them. When you're blue, you're making 14. When you're green, you're making 15%. Okay, as long as they're within their first 60 days. So with you making 25% commission, yellow and above, is it really making or breaking you? You know what I mean? Is that in the grand scheme of things? And honestly, people who buy that kit and have their own account to shop under, I feel like buy so much more. I mean, I don't know if it's just because they're getting a discount. I don't know if they're like, I don't know what the logic is, but I feel like I go on and I'm like, my grandma spent $400 this month. I know Granny don't need that much makeup. Okay.
Right.
So
she gotta look good.
Yeah. Don't be afraid of the kidnappers or the preferred customers. That's how I, market it. I say, you've been my good customer. I don't make this a corporate thing. I make this my thing. I say, I just launched a new preferred customer program. Right. I launched it. This isn't something corporate did. I did it. Mm-hmm. And I say, look, here's the deal. You just buy the box. The box is already an amazing discount. Mm-hmm. And then you get 20% off all your own stuff from then on. Like, bada bing, bada boom. And I make sure I tell them about the 2 booster bundles, even if they want to sell or if they don't want to sell, because if they got the kit, they like a good deal. So I'm going to make sure I tell them about the 2 other good deals I have, and it makes it even better. So when you join, I think it's the whole campaign. I think it's until, what is that, July? April, May, June. Yeah. I think it's the entire campaign that you get the half qualified rewards link. It's not
it's at least that way for now. I don't know if it's going to be the whole campaign. I think it's the whole campaign, but I don't know off the top of my head if it's certain.
At least right now, when your new presenter joins, they get that rewards link that's already half qualified with 100 points out of 200. Yep. And I make sure I tell them, you've already got a good deal in the box. I'm going to show you these 2 bundles that you can get an extra good deal on. And if you put them under that link, and you're going to earn free makeup back on the deals. Like, if you're talking to me and you're saying deal, like, we're vibing, okay? Right. So just make them aware of all of the deals make them aware. If they say no, they say no. Yeah. I don't really care if you say no. Right. But at least you can say you offered it. Yeah. So, all right, let me take a drink really quick. I talk really fast and I talk really heavy, so.
And one thing to add to what Jordan was saying, I hope I'm not stealing your thunder while you're grabbing a sip, is that you also get 500 points for every person you sign towards the cruise. 500 points is a lot. Like, if you think about the other way to get 500 points is by selling it. So selling $500 or getting one person to spend $99.
It adds up quick.
Real quick. There are women that have already earned the trip by recruiting. They've sold the 50 kits or whatever they got to sell in order to get the trip. So there are women, green status, blue status, that earned it already just by recruiting.
It adds up.
500 points per kit.
So, and just think about it. Just try the preferred customer mindset. Reach out to your customers, and say, I know you love a good deal. I know, you love, get personal, like get in their inbox. I know you're always showing up when I have a flash sale. Mm-hmm. I have a deal that seriously you're going to die over. Just make it personal. You can't post and pray. I'm getting off topic here. I'm going squirrel, but if you're posting and praying about this box and you're like, people aren't buying the box, it's because you're posting it on Facebook and just being like, please, Jesus, somebody comment on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you do it, they will come.
So, that's what I got about the box. So here's what I do for my new presenters. Okay. People who tell me they want to work the business, and maybe if they're kind of on the fence, I'll say, hey, let's try this. What I'm about to tell you guys, I'll say, hey, let's try this. and then we'll kind of gauge it from there. Okay, so I kind of get them on the sweet side a little bit and see, you know, if it sticks. So what I do is I treat all my new presenters just like affiliates. I just treat them like a lash affiliate. I give them 7 days of posts. I treat them like a newborn puppy for a week. And I'm a big thing on not hand holding. I'm a big leader on like use your resources. But for the first 7 days, I'm going to love on you and I'm going to make you feel comfortable and I'm going to help you stand on your own 2 feet. Okay. Because I don't know, I've never seen a puppy be born, but I'm sure the kids stand up right away. I don't know. I feel like giraffes can or cows can't. I don't know. They can be whatever animal you want them to be. So, but this goes against what I've believed in because I'm more tough love. Marie's a lover and I'm more of like a I'm more of like a pusher, but
yeah, I'm a taskmaster. Like I'm more like, you know, let's get it done.
I'm having to soften it up a little bit. I'm coming over to the Marie side, and I think Marie's coming out on her like. So
the claws are coming out.
No, not claws. So innately, we have one predisposed personality. You're either feminine or masculine, and usually you just kind of end up on one end of the spectrum. Oftentimes women specifically and mothers are more feminine just because that's part of our nature, but it's not always the case. Jordan has a very masculine energy.
I do too.
That's not a negative
I'm very
thing.
masculine.
She's got high drive. She's got laser-like focus. I think April's like that too. You guys you see like you can formulate a plan and you just go for it. Like nothing else is going to get in the way of my goal. Whereas I'm more of like a flower child, and I'm like, I love everybody, heal the world, make it a better place. You know what I'm saying? So I've had to kind of bring myself more to the masculine energy so that I can lead with more authority. And Jordan has had to bring herself more to the feminine side so that people feel loved and supported and not just driven.
Yep.
Okay. So Jordan, what are your 7 days of tasks? That's what I want to know.
So as soon as they join, I of course make their collage. I, make a little collage to welcome them on my main wall. And as much as that is for them to welcome them, it's for you because people will join you if they see other people are joining you. Nobody wants to be the first. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to be the first at anything. So first thing I do is make their collage and then I say, hey, I'm going to send you 7 days of posts. And I have this all, you only want to do things once. You don't want to do this 20 times because you ain't got time for that. And when you're Black status, you're not going to have time for it. So I have all of this in scripts in my units and my team page. Save it to your notes. There's an app. I don't want to get into it, but there's an app called Wordboard, text replacement, whatever you have to do to work smarter, not harder. So I tell them.
Do we have that, Marie?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you have anything like that in the Glam Squad?
We have
the 7 days of posts.
I'm not sure if it's 7 days.
I actually found them and I cut and pasted them into a Word document.
There are several Word documents of posts. I don't know if it's specifically 7 days though, but the first week, unit 2 is their launch party, and it is 5 days of scripts, not 7.
Yeah,
so it's 5 days
what I got.
Scripts that they can use to post for 5 days. So yes, they do have
sorry.
that. That's okay.
Okay, I'm listening. 5. I'm sorry.
I just had to check to make sure. I didn't know if it was 7 or how many days. Mine's 5.
Yeah, so yes. Some people do 5, some people do 10. 10 is a long ass time. I split it in the middle and do 7. So I just say, hey, I'm going to message you every day. I'm going to send you a post a day and your script. And I say, when somebody comments, I want you to message me and I'm going to walk you through how to deal with that first customer. So I'm only going to do it once. I don't say this like to them, but I'm in my head, I'm going to do it once. I'm going to show you how to run this. And then for the next 6 days, you kind of know what you're doing, but I still kind of have you, I don't want to say on a leash. That sounds really mean, but I still kind of have you, like I'm still here kind of hand holding you. Cause that first 7 days is all they get from me. Cause I'm still working on my loving. I'm still working on loving people, but that first 7 days, past that, you're going to have to look in the team page. You're going to have to be resourceful before you come to me. But that first 7 days, I'll give them a little bit of grace. So I send them just like Lash affiliate posts. If April, you know what the affiliates are, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I just reword them a little bit. And instead of saying like, this is my friend Jordan and blah, I just say, you know, I think, I don't mind like giving them to Marie. But I just reword them a little bit. Like, I just started this new journey and I'm so blah, blah, whatever. You just don't want to, they don't sound like affiliate posts. They sound more, you know what I mean, coming from them. But so I say, you know, come back to me when you have somebody who comments. So they'll come back to me and say, okay, I have somebody who's interested. I have a script that's already done that my entire team uses. And I say, hey, okay, go ahead and you're going to private message them. You know, you're going to private message them. And my script says, you know, the mascara is $29, blah, blah, blah. Or you can get the bundle deal. I never just offer the mascara. Now I'm totally going off topic, but I never just offer the mascara. I say, you know, the mascara is $29 or you can bundle it and save, whatever. So I'll show her how to make a shopping link for them, how to attach it to a rewards link. And what this is doing is now that she's run her own affiliate link, she knows how to go and, you know, do them from then on. And she now knows when she brings new people in, this is what she does for them. My entire team is ran off of affiliate links. My entire team, when they first join, they're basically being an affiliate, okay? And then they're going to book a shit ton of affiliates. And then anybody who they sponsor they're going to teach to do affiliate links. It's just rinse, repeat, affiliate links all day is how I run my team, okay? Because it's simple and it's duplicatable. And if you do not have a system to bring your new girls in that is easy and duplicatable, it's not going to work. Because when I first joined, like I said, and I just got thrown into that team page, it was like a 50-50 coin whether I was going to make it out of there alive or not, okay? Because I didn't have a here, go do this. I mean, let me tell you, okay, not to toot my own horn, but you don't sponsor a Jordan every day. I watched hours of videos on YouTube, how to open a party and how do I do this? And I looked through the back office, like, you're not going to sponsor somebody like that every day, okay? So if you handhold for kind of this first week, make sure they're comfortable opening the shopping list. Make sure they're comfortable, you know, with the rewards link. You're golden. You're golden because it's a system.
Yeah, and one of the things that always stuck with me is like so many people are looking for sharks, right? Everyone's looking for a shark in their business. Shark being like the hungry ones, the eaters, the ones that want to go out and hunt. But we need to start growing our own sharks. We need to start cultivating a climate where people can be successful. And some women need more hand holding than others. And it's important as a leader to identify who needs it and who doesn't. Because if I would have had that much hand holding, I probably would have like backed away and not come to the business because I don't like being told what to do. And some people need that. So there's also that little bit of discernment, right? Like we don't want to baby them. We don't want to handhold them, but identifying what they want. Because for me, I don't like being handheld. I don't like being told what to do. I think that I came into this business feeling like I could do it. And that's all that mattered. You know what I mean? Like, I'll listen to what you have to say, but don't tell me what to do. If you tell me what to do, I'm probably going to do 10 things other than that. And that's just that's just my personality, right? So really talking to your girls, I think would be important at the beginning to see if you can decipher what motivates them. That would be a big onboarding thing too.
Yeah. So you have to have some sort of system, and that's a system that I knew that I could, you know, that I could carry out and that I knew I could teach my girls to carry out, because I'm not going to do something 20 times. So I wanted to get this system down, and everybody kind of trains their team the same then. Okay. So it's not like overwhelming to be a leader anymore. They already know what to do because everybody's trained the exact same way. And of course, we're all going to break out and do our own little things. I mean, I'm sure if you haven't yet, you're going to see an idea in one of the team pages and you're like, nope. I mean, we have an exclusive page, and some, you know, these girls come up with these brilliant ideas, and I'm like, nope, not for me. Nope. So you just kind of have to, there's a little give and take there. Like Marie said, you know, I don't want you guys to like shove this down their throats, but I want them to have some sort of direction, because it's very, before I was doing this, oh my gosh, I could get people to white or yellow, and then it was like, they gone. Okay. So this is meant for them to feel comfortable right off the bat. Because if they're overwhelmed, there's two kinds of people. Like if I'm overwhelmed, I'm a checkout. Like I'm gone. I'm useless the rest of the day. Okay. Some people thrive off of that, but as soon as I get overwhelmed, I'm done. Like there's nothing happening over here. It's like a blank freaking space. So I don't want anybody to ever feel overwhelmed. I give them the link to the team page. I said, hey, you know, when you're ready, you can start exploring the units. That's where everything is when you first get started. But for the first 7 days, I want to give you your posts. I'm going to show you, and it, you know, I lay it out for them. What this is going to do is it's going to show you what a good post looks like. I'm going to make sure you feel comfortable with the shopping links and the reward links. And I'm going to make sure that you now know how to do affiliates, because that's how you're going to grow your business. You're going to book the affiliates to sell, and you're going to sponsor. So, I mean, that's the bread and butter. That's all my girls do all day long is affiliate links. Okay. You guys have any questions so far? I know I'm a really fast talker. I go kind of ham.
Would you be willing to share your team page just so I can kind of check out like your direction and your plan, or is that not really appropriate?
As long as Marie's good with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just love to take a look at it, because I think I'm trying to focus too hard on sales, and I'm getting a couple of presenters, but I feel like they're not, let's just say they're not overachievers. So
And 1 in 10 probably is going to be. So you might have to sponsor 10 of 80% of people just want to do $500 or under. You know,
Right.
80% of people are not looking to be millionaires.
Right.
So, you know, realistically, 1 in 10 is going to be your rock star. 2 or 3 are probably going to do nothing. So it's just a numbers game, honestly. And I hate when people say that to me, but it is.
Yeah.
So I know it might feel like, damn, I'm just getting like piddle paddlers, but I would rather have, and I've learned this the hard way, I would rather now have 50 people doing a little than the 2 elites I had doing a lot.
Okay. Okay.
So even if you had, and that's why now I'm like, okay, I'll give this kidnapper, this preferred customer thing a try, because, you know, sponsoring 10 a month and getting them to just do a little versus sponsoring 1 or 2 a month and getting them to try to freaking go to the moon. I mean,
Right.
What's really in your best interest here? So I just don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Okay.
I also think it's super important to find out what their goals are from the very beginning to manage your own expectations.
Yeah.
I know that I believe in people's potential way more than they believe in themselves. And so 9 times out of 10, I'm pulling the horse along behind me, trying to get them to believe in themselves. And that is way more exhausting than just saying, how much money do you want to make this month? And if they say $100, okay, great. If I could show you how to make $100, would you do what I asked you to? And then get them to buy into that instead of saying, you could be black status in 6 months and then you're, moving forward. It just doesn't happen that way. Most people aren't built that way. And so I would recommend finding out what their goals are, and then that way you know how to proceed.
You know what? You just reminded me that I set a goal of 550 for sales this month, and I think I'm there, or at like 531. And it's just funny when you put out into the universe what you want, how you kind of get it.
I'm going to go look right now.
I'm
that's
really
a
close.
whole different training, is putting it out into the universe.
Oh,
girlfriend.
yeah.
I can do
That's-
a whole different training on that.
I'm into that. That's my thing. That's why I like Marie.
I watched a training. I watched Haley Ragsdale. She's on the Wall of Influence. And she said, every day I wake up and I say, you know, or Sherry, it was Sherry Brown. She said, everything's just always working out for me.
Mm-hmm.
And now I say to my husband.
I used to say that every day at work. I'd say, everything always works out.
My husband looks at me and he's like, what? But I swear, everything is always working out for me. And if you say it, every time something happens, you're like, damn, it is. And if I can say that coming from like the most cynical freaking person in the world.
Right.
Woo!
My mantra
I would say it more.
My mantra is, I'm the kind of leader other leaders want to be led by. And I stole that from Amanda Lawrence because I always had a lot of insecurities about my leadership abilities. And so I want to lead other leaders, people like me, hungry. So I'm the kind of leader that other leaders want to be led by, right? That it just kind of, it's got swagger to it, right? When you say it, it's like, okay, I'm showing up as that person today. Mm-hmm. So find something like that you can say to yourself every single day that gets you out of your own, way.
Yeah. So what I was saying kind of about, a lot of people doing a little, I always say, and Marie might message me after the fact and be like, bitch, you did not say that. And I'm sure a lot of leaders don't believe in it, but I believe in having a lot of people do a little, because at the end of the day, whether you made $5,000 as pink status or you made it as black status, honey, your bank account doesn't know. Your bank account doesn't know what color you made that as. Of course, I always want you I want you to have all the freaking charms. I want you to have the charms, okay? Understand, I want you to have them all. But at the end of the day, if you have a lot of people doing a little, and you have the 10 grand you need for green status, but that's not a good example. You have the 20 grand you need for orange status, but you don't have that one elite. You still have the sales for orange status, okay? Whether you made your goal of you want to make $2 grand that month, whether you did it as pink or you did it as orange, at the end of the day, don't get stuck in the charms and don't get stuck in the colors. Don't get, probably one of the biggest mistakes and that's why I've kind of had to go to like the being more of a loving leader side, as I pushed and pushed and pushed. They got to elite and I was like, okay, push and push and push. And did I ever stop to ask if like they wanted to be pushed, if they wanted to continue, if what their goals were? I know my goal was to get to purple and I knew I needed 2 greens, so I said, hey, let's go. But did I ever stop and really, you know what I mean? So when, just like Marie said, when you're onboarding, don't set the expectations for these people, okay? They're in person. Just because they're part of your team, they're still going to run the show here. You're just kind of along for their ride, okay? You're not anybody's boss. You're not anybody's babysitter. You're just kind of along there for the ride, and you can take and give as they kind of put it out to you. Okay.
And one thing I've noticed, if I could add in, Jordan, is people will show you with their effort if they're invested or not, because they're the ones that are coming to you asking you questions like, oh, I watched that first video. What do you mean? What does PRS mean? Like, you can tell that they're actually doing the system. I had a girl that I recruited on Friday. She already blew through all 7 of our training units and commented and liked. And when we met yesterday, she had a list of 10 questions. And I said, honey, you ready to work a business? Because her effort showed me that she was. Meanwhile, besides Laura, I probably recruited the last 2 or 3 people who have done nothing at all. So pay attention to what they're doing. They will show you with their actions. Believe their actions, not their mouth.
Oh yeah. If I counted on every person who ever said they were going to hit pink that month, oh my gosh. But you'll be able to quickly tell she's going to do it. She means it. She's going to do it. Okay, if you have somebody saying, yeah, I want to hit pink, I'm going to hit pink this month, and you ask them how many affiliate links they're doing, and they say 0, they're bullshitting you, and you cannot bullshit a bullshitter, okay? So success leaves clues, and success, effort speaks volumes. So feed, kind of feed off of them. Of course you want to pour into them and you want to say, okay, let's go, let's run, let's go. But, kind of feed off of them, let them kind of lead you. If they want to kind of tiptoe in it, let them tiptoe and kind of talk to their mom about it first, talk to their friend. And then, you'll be surprised how many people are like, okay, maybe I'll go a little farther. You might have people that go right into the deep end off of the, I just made like 5 words into one. That was interesting. You might, have some people that go right off the diving board into the deep end. And you might have people that, come in the steps. It's cold in the pool. They're in the shallow end. Oh, now the ramp's getting steeper. So you're going to have all these different diverse situations. You just kind of have to be a little sympathetic, a little compassionate, and just know which one you're dealing with at that time. You can't go balls to the wall with every person you bring in.
Yeah, it took me a month to when I do things, I'm either all in or I don't do it. And it took me a month to really decide, am I going to be all in? And after a month, I was like, yeah, I'm going to be all in. So it's really, I've been around since last month, but I've only done anything for the last 2 weeks.
Well, I think it was Adriana that was in for like a year before she was finally like, okay, I'll do something. So
yeah, I'm a go big or go home person.
Do you
so
guys
I can
have
comment on that, guys.
Yeah.
I joined 2 years ago in January.
Tell us,
And
April.
I only wanted to be a kidnapper. I didn't want to do this. I had no self-confidence. I had no self-esteem. I had so many fears and doubts, and it was not even an option. Joining was not even an option. I was literally getting a lot of makeup for a little bit of money, and I wanted those booster bundles. Like,
I'll tell you,
badly.
I had reservations every time I reached out to April because she made it very clear that all she wanted was the kit and the deals. So every time I would reach out to her, it was with the softest kid gloves that were ever possible. How's it going, friend?
Exactly. But, I was buying for myself. I wasn't buying to sell for other people, but I really loved the makeup and I was buying for myself. And when I joined, you have to have $1,000 to hit yellow. So I think it was around August, and I looked at the back office, and I never looked at the back office. And it was like, girl, you're like $200, $300 away from yellow. And I was like, well, maybe I should share something. Maybe I should post something about this makeup I love. And I was like, what's the worst that can happen? Nothing? Nothing's happening already. So what's the worst that can happen? So I tried it, a couple of posts here and there. Like, I found this new product. I love this makeup. Like, it's so great. I had no idea how to post. I didn't follow anything in the Glam Squad. I don't even think I was in the Glam Squad. And if I was, I wasn't paying attention to anything. But I had no idea how to post. I had no idea what to say. I had no idea what a good post looked like. I literally winged it. And then I got a phone call from, because my family's from Brooklyn. So, like, I get a phone call from my family in Brooklyn, and they're like, when are you coming down to the beach? And I'm like, I don't know. And they were like, well, maybe you should come and you should bring us some makeup and bring some catalogs. And I'm like, okay.
I'm coming to the beach tomorrow.
Okay.
I wish I could go to the beach right now.
I legit packed my purple bag with everything I had. I took some catalogs and I went to the Coney Island, and I hit yellow status before I even went to bed that night.
Nice.
And it was like, I don't know what happened. And then once I hit yellow, I think that Marie said, oh my God, you're yellow. And I'm like, really? Like, what's next? And she was like, well, pink. And I'm like, no. She's like, well, then she started this little challenge in October because she knew Black Friday was coming. And I didn't know anything about Black Friday. I don't know anything about what I'm doing. And she was like, so why don't you just go live? And I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. And she's like, well,
kid gloves.
She was like, how about I just dare you? I dare you to go live just one time. Just do it once. And I can't turn down, if somebody dares me to do something, I got to do it. Like, and I paced. I probably wore holes in my carpet pacing for 12 hours before I hit the live button. And I literally went live for 5 minutes. And I sat on my bed and I said, Like I took a deep breath and I said, I've never done this before. And all I know is that we have a Black Friday special coming up and I'm not sure what
Aw.
it is, but as soon as I know, I'm going to go live and I'm going to tell you again. And I purposely set myself up to have to do it again to release the bundle for the first day of Black Friday. And I literally ended up going live every single day of Black Friday.
Aw.
And I was like,
Nice.
oh my God, like I maybe could do this. Like I didn't think I
Aw.
could do it, but I thought maybe
I'm
I could
gonna
do
get
this.
emotional.
I know it. Well, let me tell
So
you
like,
what. It's been so special watching April bloom because she was the most resistant caterpillar I've ever met
oh my
in this
God.
journey, and now she's got wings, and now she's blue status with a pink under her, and she's recruited 3 or 4 already this month, and she's killing it.
Damn.
So yeah.
So, but I just wanted to say, like, my whole focus, I was always sales driven. I have never been able to really recruit anybody that wasn't a kidnapper. So now that I am doing that, I'm very nervous about how to get them started properly because, in my opinion, I've always heard in this business, you want to get a win under their belt as soon as possible. Like, no matter what you have to do, you need to get them to get that sale because once you
Yep.
get, and I was that person. Once I got that first sale, I was like, God damn, maybe I could do this. And then I got another sale, and then I got another sale. And then 4 months after that, I hit pink status. And then I requalified pink, but I was sales focused. And I earned the majority of my pink statuses. Every time I've requalified, the majority of that chunk came from me because I set my bar so high with sales, but I never set the bar high with recruiting because I didn't think I was good at it. I didn't feel like I had this black status, purple status, great story to offer people on why this is going to make your life better and why this is going to change your life. Like when I talk to people, I'm real. Like I made $500 last month. If you want an extra $500, you can do this with me. Like I got my self-confidence. I got my self-worth. I found I found my purpose. Like I'm a nurse. I've always helped people. I've always been that empath. And I'll tell you what, I've been walked on quite a few times because of it. And now I don't see it as I grew a backbone where I'm not going to let somebody walk on me, but that's not going to let me stop myself from picking you up either. I'm still going to lift you up. I'm still going to build you up. So I feel in that aspect, it's changed my life. Joining this, I didn't know women like you guys existed in the world. I didn't know there were people that were rooting for you and cheering you on and wanted to see you succeed and had like-minded vision and goal and things like that because people like that didn't exist in my life, you know? So like when I found this, I didn't even know what I found until after I found it. And I waited a whole freaking year to take advantage of it, you know? So I feel like so like I had 2 people join me last month. One just hit yellow and the other just qualified her link, so she was pretty happy with that. But now I had 4 people join my team today, and they all want to sell. I asked them straight up, are you just grabbing the beauty box, or do you want to make a business out of this? We want to make a business. And now I'm like, oh my God, now what do I do? Because anytime somebody would join me before, I would give them a task. And Marie told me already, if you assign a task and they don't do it, that tells you how bad they want it.
Yep.
And you cannot because I am emotional and I personally attach everything to myself. And when the people on my team don't work, I feel like a shitty leader. I feel like I'm not doing something right.
Nope.
And I carry that. And it's taken me months to let go of that. And so now I feel like I'm going at it in a better headspace. But I'll just tell you what I've been doing. When somebody joins me, I put them in the glam squad. I introduce them. I do the shout out because I don't have my own page. I don't have my own none. I have a chat. That's what I have, a chat for
And
just
use
my
hers.
people.
Use it as long as you want to.
Oh, I
it's
do.
already there.
But I don't put anybody in the glam squad chat until they ask. You know what I'm saying? Like when they're showing me that they're doing the tasks I'm asking, when they're showing me that they're working, then I'll add them in the glam squad chat because I need my squad to help me because I don't have all the answers. I like to think I do, but I know I don't. And I count on them. So I wait on that, but there's 3 pages I put them in. I put them in Marie's in the Glam Squad chat team page. I put them in the pop page for presenters, and I put them in the pop page for the pink group. So it's the corporate pink group. It's not all of these 100 different groups that we have going on that we're all a part of. Like get to pink, get to blue, get to green, there's 100 groups out there. And I mean, I'm overwhelmed by all of them. So I don't want to overwhelm people. But what I'm telling them to do when they first sign up, I want them to make a post where they're excited, like, oh my God, or something like, so that they can post on their wall something, just something that says, I did something crazy. You guys aren't going to believe what I did. If you want to know about it, drop me a heart in the comments. And then when they do, I tell them, this is the exact message, and I copy and paste it to them. When they drop a heart, I want you to ask permission to put them in your VIP group. So when you make your announcement, they won't miss it. And if the people say yes, then I want you to create a VIP group. And that's where you're going to put all these people that want to know your secret business, right? So then in the 7 to 10 days when they're waiting for their kit to come, I ask them legitimately, do you already have any mascara? If you do, I got a post you can work on right now. And if you don't, we're going to wait till you get your kit. Either way, I want you to make a hundreds list. And I send them the hundreds list. And then I tell them, when you fill out this list, you message me back, I'll tell you the next step. And everyone so far has done it. So I'm like, let me knock on some wood or something. So when they do that, then I tell them, okay, with that hundreds list, if you have mascara, are you comfortable making a 3-minute video with one eye done and one eye not done? And if they say yes, then I say, okay, I want you to make a 3-minute video with one eye done, one eye not done. And if you're not, just take a picture and point to the eye that's done. And I tell them about flipping the camera, make your lashes look amazing, do all these things, all these tips and tricks. And then I tell them, like, everybody on that hundreds list is probably in your warm market. They're probably going to support you. And I literally send them a script for Messenger because I want them to learn that money is in the Messenger. It took me so long to get over this fear of messaging. Like, I thought my fear of going live was bad. I had no idea how afraid of sending a message I was, because I didn't start sending messages legit until probably March when I ran for pink. That was like literally the first time I got in Messenger, like I meant it. And when everybody told me for years, money's in the messenger, money's in the messenger, yo, money's in the messenger, I had no clue. And I want all these people I'm starting to know, you better be comfortable messaging because that's where the money's at. So
you're talking about Facebook Messenger, right?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I literally send them a script that says, like, a message they're going to personalize and send to their hundreds list. Like, hey, whoever, I am so excited to let you know that I just started my own business with Unique, and I have got the #1 best-selling mascara on the planet. It was featured in beauty magazines. If I sent you a quick 2-minute video, would you watch it and tell me what you think? And then and I tell them script for script. If somebody says yes, send them your video. If somebody says no, say, okay, great, I totally get it. I know you're not into this. Do you have anybody you could refer me to? Like, just keep building that list, building that list, building that list. But it's something they can do before they even get their kit if they have mascara. So I'm trying to keep them busy and get that link qualified so they earn that Y cash and they get that win under their belt. And then I can shout them out in the Glam Squad and I can celebrate them. Because if I feel like and Marie, I've already told you this, you already know. If I feel like if you would have dared me from day one, I may have done it. I don't know. We'll never know. But you didn't push and I didn't try because I didn't believe in myself. So now, like, if I feel like if I want to give these girls a task and see where they really commitment stands. How do you really want to do this or don't you? Because if you can't send 100 messages about mascara, you don't want to do this. You
So
don't.
Jordan, is there anything that you could offer based on what April's saying and her experience to help her be a stronger leader? Because it's clear that she's eager and she wants to lead. I think that that's obvious based on everything that she was saying. What would your best tip be for someone like April?
I agree that, you don't want to overwhelm them because, like I said, the second that somebody feels overwhelmed, they're probably going to tap out. And I totally agree with the quick wins. That's why I'm like a true believer in this, getting them started with these posts because there's no feeling like the first time you saw that you just got paid in 3 hours. I mean, I felt like the richest person in the world. Like, I'm like, I think was it my second month? I thought I was hot shit. I went out and bought a new Michael Kors purse. Like, those quick wins matter. So that's why I give them, those posts. I mean, and I also get like it sounds like you've watched a ton of Eric Worre videos with the way you speak. Well, I know you have actually. We're not even going to go with, I think. So I totally get like the whisper campaign that he uses, like, and that's basically what you're doing. I have something big, getting them to start a group, but also be careful because you'll have some people that they get all warm and cozy in that group. And then you'll have some people that are like hiding in that group and you're like, girl, you got to come out. They're like, I don't wanna.
And I tell them that, like, I want you to know up front, this group is where you're going to have your launch party. Like, this is where you're going to, show the world your kit. You're going to tell the world, this is where, if you're going to do a launch party and let's just say it's a 10-day party. Okay. Like, I will, at that point, when we get there, I will put you in a group that you can literally copy and paste every single post for 10 days. You don't have to go live if you don't want to. You don't have to unbox your kit if you don't want to. I'm recommending you do it because people want to see your face. They want to see how excited you are about this. They want to cheer you on. The people that you put in this group are your warm market. They're the people that love you and support you no matter what. So, like, be wary of who you put in there, because if they're not somebody that you are comfortable with, that you think is going to support you, then I wouldn't even put them in there, So, and I'm not, and I'll be honest, let's just be honest here, okay? I'm not even gonna lie. I've thrown one 10-day party in my whole time I've been in this business. One. I've never done it. I've never liked it. I've never wanted to do it. And I've done affiliate links. I think I've done 3 rounds of 10 people a week. And by the second, third day, nobody posts anymore. I've never got a sale off an affiliate link in my life. And
That's why
I
10-day parties don't work. That's why I do 5-day, because you can tell within
But
3
that's what
days
I'm
whether or
saying.
not
Like,
it's going to be valuable.
I can't even say that I do parties because I don't. I want to. I want to be good at everything, but
I dare
I'm just,
you to do affiliate links and actually try.
Oh, Jordan. Oh,
you know what I'm
Jordan.
saying? But it's not that I don't want to try, and it's not, and I will do it because you dared me
Now you have
specifically.
to.
It's
But
discouraging.
but here's my thing. I've tried quite a few different ways. Like, and Marie, do you remember when Rachel came on and she was like, "Yo, all you gotta do is you post for them, like you tag them."
No.
You know what I mean? And I did that, and that was a total like in the shitter. That didn't work at all. And then everybody that I was messaging and sending the post and the graphic every single day, they would do it for 2, 3, 4 days, and then they just stopped. And I was like, I was getting so, you know how I feel about people not doing the work. Don't tell me you're going to do something and not do it. I hate that. Like, I hate that so bad. My team, my affiliates, my everything. I hate that. And I got to detach from that.
But
And I don't know how.
got
So it's
something
just
out of
literally
that.
easier for me not to do them. It's easier
You
not to do
still got
affiliate links.
something out of it,
So
though. Even
I
though you
feel
didn't
like
sell
I
anything.
can't teach my girls how to do an affiliate link if I'm not doing it myself. I guess that's the way to sugarcoat that, to say, help me. I don't know what to do. I can't even feel like I can't teach them how to do a 5-day party because I don't party. I can't teach them to do affiliate links because my affiliate links suck. I mean, I got $1,800 in PRS this month, but it ain't from fucking parties or affiliate links. That's for sure. It's from Messenger.
Well, you teach them what you know. That's how this business goes. You teach what you know, and then you bring in people that are good at what you're not good at to help fill in the gaps. So,
And that's why I said I need you because
yeah.
I'm going back to work and I need you.
So I would
I don't know
also
what I'm
say
doing.
a couple of things. What you're doing is working, and so don't focus on what you're not good at. I think a lot of times in this world, I'll let Jordan talk too, but sometimes, Mama's got to talk too. I think a lot of times we focus on what we're not good at, and that becomes the only thing that we're paying attention to. And if we could just hone in on our skills and finesse that, you've done a lot of great work with your little. I don't like to use the word little, but with your bags that you're doing for people. I mean, you sold like 30 of those or whatever.
Yeah, I'm
So,
still selling bags.
yep. So
Still.
stick with what you know, and then bring in people to fill in the gaps. All right.
So like
Don't
even
try to be
the
everything for everyone because you can't be. Jordan, what would you say is one thing that would help April with parties?
So I am going to be like, I did not party. I would not party. If you told me to party, I would tell you that I'm not. So I had to finally find what worked for me because I think I'd light a fire under my own ass every couple months and be like, oh my God, I'm going to do parties and it's going to be great and they're going to be awesome. And then I'd do 2 days of posts and nobody would comment on my shit. So I'd be like, well, this sucks. It all sucks. And
Yep.
looking back, hindsight is 2020. I pretty much already determined how those parties were going to go. I pretty much already said, well, these never work for me. They're not going to work for me.
And that's exactly where I'm at.
And it sucks. And I get it because we as humans want that instant gratification. We want that, okay, I did an action. Now I want something in return. And it's normal. But these affiliate links, I can't tell you how, say you don't get a single sale, you don't get anybody who even likes the post, you still can go to their friends list and go to their, suggested friends and get going on their friends list. So this is, they're never a wash ever. And I know coming from somebody who's very instant gratification, like I just posted this, I want something back now, please. But
Yeah, exactly.
I can't tell you how many people I've added that did not like, did not comment. And weeks, months, years later, they come back and buy something or join my team. So look at the long-term picture of it. And if you're not good at something, like some people, really aren't good at sponsoring, some people aren't good at parties, you need to be doing the thing that you're not good at. And I know that sucks to hear. And I warned you that I was like tough love.
No, because I really didn't want to go live, and now I go live pretty much every day. So like I'm perfectly okay with doing the things that I don't want to do. I mean, I have a lot of anxiety about it, but I get over it. So my fear with this is that, like, I don't want the new people that I sign up to get that discouraging feeling like I do. When I have an affiliate link that flumps, I feel like I want to give up. And I feel like I'm telling them, oh, if you do affiliate links, you're going to see progress. And then they don't get a single sale. And it's like, okay, well, I short sell them.
Well,
like I should just tell them, you're
approach.
probably not going to get any sales.
I think it's important to manage expectations and say, not every time you step up to the plate, you're going to hit a home run. Just manage their expectations. Let them know that this is a process. The first time you do something, you're going to totally suck at it. But every time you do it, you're going to get better. You're going to learn the words. You're going to learn what works for your network. I can just show you what works for me. It all is about managing their expectations and working within their own understanding of the world, right? So I would say don't tell them that affiliate links is the only way to go. Tell them that there are several ways to skin the cat and show them several ways to skin the cat. And that's all you can do as a leader. Don't hang your hat on one hook.
No,
And
well,
don't
no, I just feel like
the
I'm not good at any of those angles. I mean, I must be good at something because
You're good at
I'm blue
Messenger. You're
status.
good at going
So,
live. You're good at
you know what
consulting.
I mean?
You're good at a
So,
lot of things.
you know, I just
And
feel like those were those outlets that I have to, okay, you're either going to party, which we're not even partying anymore, or you're going to affiliate link, and I'm not proficient in either. And those are
but you
like
still
what
have
I'm trying
sales
to
and
teach
recruits.
someone
So
else.
what works for one
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
always work for the other. And that's
you
the
know,
beauty of this business is that we each get our own path to walk. Like Jordan said, she didn't want to do some of the things that was offered to her. And even now as a leader, I will see other leaders suggest things or challenges, and I'm like, I'm
yeah,
not even going to bring that to my team because I already know that's not going to go over well with my squad. Like
Right.
you just know
yeah.
what aligns with your core values and with what doesn't. Be careful of leaning too much into your comfort zone. But I did want to give Nancy just tuned in and she hasn't said anything at all. I want to see if Nancy has any questions. Nancy just hit pink last month, Jordan. She's brand new pink
congratulations.
status on the team. She just hit pink last month. So Nancy, did you have anything going on in your business that you wanted to ask Jordan about? You gotta unmute yourself.
Sorry. Pretty much she answered about, I have a new, well, I had like 6 girls join, but obviously all of them were kidnappers, really, ended up being. Um, and the new girl, she says she's good. So I decided just to say, if you needed anything, let me know, and I'll just check in periodically with her because I don't want to overwhelm her or push her. But April has helped me, get her some scripts to start working, and I got her a sale to get her a win, and we just left it at that because she doesn't seem like she wants to, um, push any further. She just wants to get some sales. That's what she's told me. So is that a good idea just to leave it alone like that and just reach out to her periodically?
So I don't know if you were on here when Marie said like you need to feed off of them. So, and it's sometimes I feel like we're also like beating around the bush, like trying to take hints. Just I would just have the conversation like, is this, would you like me to like kind of push you outside of your zone a little bit? Would you like me to kind of give you periodic challenges? Or do you just kind of want to chill? Like, do you want to let me know when you're you know what I mean? And have
Okay.
so there's no fog. There can't be any fog if you directly, you know what I mean? Because I don't
Right.
ever want it to come back like, oh yeah, I joined under this lady and she didn't even help me. So if you have the conversation, it completely takes the fog out of it.
Okay.
Can I just ask, like, do either of you guys have a list of questions that should be asked when somebody joins your team? Besides, what is your goal and do you want to be pushed? Like,
I have a list. I'll go over it with you really quickly. So I asked, well, I've changed it up a little bit based on my training. And then I'll let Jordan talk, and then probably this is going to be the last question, and then we're going to have to let Jordan go because I hate keeping my
You're good.
guidelines sisters on forever. I ask a couple of questions. Their goal, and I ask monetary. How much money do you want to make next month? And then I ask, what would that do for your family? Because that is going to put it in perspective. If you want to make $500, how would that change your life? Now we've attached it to a why without asking them what their why is. Because if you ask them what their why is, they're going to try and be super poetic and like feel like they have to have the right answer. But if you just say, how does that impact your family? Immediately they're going to say, well, it's going to help me put groceries on the table. It's going to help me put gas in my car. It's going to help me pay my electric bill. And you can go back and use that over and over and over again. My third question is, I always ask if they've ever done any direct sales before because I want to know what their level of understanding in this business is. And that's going to help me identify how to move with them. If they have zero experience, they're going to need a lot more hand holding. But if this is their 5th business, then they probably know how the system works and they only need to be plugged in. Okay. Then what I've started doing is walking them through creating their hundreds list. I don't hand them a piece of paper and say, write down 100 names, because what they're going to do is they're going to filter it based on their own prejudices and their own biases. And what I like to do is like the memory jogger thing and just help them work it out. The last question I ask them is what their working hours are. I don't care if you can give me 10 minutes a day or 2 hours a day. I want to know what your set schedule is. Can you work? What are your days? Send that to me. And I always give them that homework. When we get off, I want you to look at your calendar and I want you to send to me what your business hours are so that I'm not bothering you when you have other things going on and that it's on the schedule. Because if it's on the calendar, we all know it gets done. All right. So that's what I do to help my girls get started is I help them create a list of 100. I don't let them do it by themselves because the list that they're going to create is not the same one that they do with me versus the one that they do without me. Laura, we didn't make your hundreds list. That's a new thing that I started doing. But it was
No, I was on the call when you had us go through our phone and Messenger, and I thought that was a really smart way to do it.
Good. So I do that same process with every new girl. And what has happened is they've found and thought of people that I know for a fact they wouldn't have thought of if I would have put them out on their own on a raft in the middle of the ocean and said, make me a list of 100 names. Because they filter it and they say, who actually wants to buy this kit? Not Susie because she's a nurse. Whatever. Right. You know, they put it through their filters. So those are the questions I ask. Beyond money, I ask them what their business hours are. This is a business. You need to have business hours.
Yeah. So I don't think we talked about that, so I'll send those to you. Right now, I've been a little, when I can grab snippets of time, but I want to do like morning and evening. Like probably 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening, you know, something like that.
Yeah, that's perfect. I don't care what it is, as long as it's identified. Jordan, what else would you say would be a valuable beginner question for a new person?
Well, pause before I say that. As long as Laura and whoever, as long as you can identify, okay, I have these 2 hours, they have to be productive hours. This isn't 2 hours that I'm going to get on Facebook and I'm going to say I'm working, because the amount of times that I told my husband
I know exactly what you mean
working is lies. I wasn't. So make sure that you are committing to. Are you over there eating poop? Hold on.
You must be mom.
Oh Jesus.
Mom.
Yeah, my dog eats poop. Sorry. The amount of, I have people that are on my team that I was on my phone all day. Well, were you being productive?
Right. I can go down the rabbit hole for sure. So I have to keep myself focused. Yeah. I usually set a timer for tasks. Like I will be like, I'm going to work on this for 20 minutes. And like I'll set a timer and then I'll be like, now I have to move on to the next task, no matter how far I got, you know, like, and I think time expands, you know, as accordingly. So for instance, I might spend hours researching something when 1 hour would have been sufficient, you know, so that's why I started setting a timer, because I do tend to go down the rabbit hole of like, you know, doing too much to feel like I did my due diligence. But, you know, I think I need to focus on building my team for sure. Right now, I've been very focused on sales.
It was me.
And now I need to kind of shift my thinking to what you've talked about today. I think it was very refreshing and quite different, you know, and I'll reach out to you for the access to your group or the materials that you were talking about.
Yeah, I'll give it to Marie, and Marie can give it to you guys.
Okay, great.
What was I going to say? Oh, so April, I want to say one thing, I mean to everybody, but April, I want to say one thing to you specifically. So whatever the task is, I mean, the task might be sponsoring, the task might be sales, whatever it is, there are a million different ways to get to it. There are a million different ways to party. And I think it is a very vital part of your business. I think you just haven't found your niche yet. And I think there are many people that even affiliate links don't work for them. I know 10-day parties don't work for me. So you have to find, there is something out there for you that works, but you have to figure out what it is. And I've also made the mistake of writing off a lot of the things before I truly gave into the thing. So give it a month, and don't continue to do something that isn't working, because that's the definition of insanity. Doing something.
I am guilty of that. Like I'm guilty of that. I don't give it a full go. Like when I see that people aren't posting their affiliate link post for the day, like when everybody has stopped, I just stop sending them. I'm like, why am I wasting my time?
And it's normal. It's normal to be like, well, that was a waste of my time. And so if it's not affiliate links, whatever it is, just make sure you give it a real go, and don't write yourself off before you've even given yourself the shot. Because if I would have I bought these affiliate thank you cards, like I think it was over a year ago, and they sat in a box because I committed to do the affiliate links. I'm like, I'm going to go spend $55 on these cards, but then I didn't do them, and they sat there. And then I finally was like, okay, I'm going to, you have to just, if I would have given up the first time I tried them.
So what do you give as an affiliate gift? And you give one to everyone that agrees, or everyone that actually does the work?
Everybody who goes through, if my phone dies, I'm so sorry. Let me grab it. I make sure they do all their posts. And
so if they don't do all their posts, you don't send them a gift?
I would just let them know, my script is very clear. If you post all, you guys do 5, I do 7. If you post all 7 and you don't get a single sale, I still have a gift for you.
But you have to post all 7.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's too much to ask for.
No.
See, I'm the same way. Like I have a real problem being firm. I always want to be liked. I don't want to be, I have a problem being firm with like, oh, well, they did a couple, so I'll just give it to them anyway. And I'm trying, I'm growing, I'm getting better.
Nothing in this world is free. So if you can't, if you can't put in the effort to copy and paste 5 little things, you know
exactly.
what I mean?
You're doing the work for them.
Do you want them as first of all, let's look at the grand scheme of things. If they can't even do that, do you want them as a business partner? Because that's the end goal really, and everything is to sponsor. Do you want them as a business partner if they can't even do that?
Yeah.
And so my affiliate cards say, thank you so much for being my affiliate. I'm just a girl that decided to go for it, and your support means the world to me. I'll be here when you decide to jump on board and do this with me one day. Send them a mask sample.
So you send them that and a mask sample.
Send them that and a mask sample. I can send Marie the link for these 2.
Awesome. Because now I got dared. So I guess I'm doing some affiliate links.
Yeah, baby.
It's parties are one of those things that one way does not work for everybody. I mean, I've tried everything. I've tried Kara, if you guys know Kara Newton, I've tried Kara Lewis Newton's way. I've tried the 30-minute things didn't work for me. And I finally just said, okay, like I have to give this a real shot because I'm not growing. I hit my plateau, and it's because I wasn't partying. So I finally went all in, spent $50 on the cards, and you just got to find what works for you, and you have to stick to it. You have to hold yourself accountable. Now I feel like shit if I don't have any affiliates going. I'm like, well, I'm not growing right now. I'm dying. Like I go all dramatic.
Yeah, I get nervous when I see my sales start to drop. And then I stop focusing on recruiting. I stop focusing on everything else. And then I'm like, I got to be a sales. And I'm learning that I got to let go of that because sales is important, yes, but it can't be my only focus. And I'm learning that the hard way because maybe if I would have had some recruits 6 months ago, I wouldn't be where I'm at now.
But now
but I sacrificed recruiting to get really good at sales. But
now to hit pink, like that pressure is off of you to hit pink and to hit blue. You have help now. And I feel like in your mind, when I hit green, I think I did $7,000 of it on my own. And now you have that help. So take some of the pressure off yourself and let yourself
Yeah.
the freedom to kind of build your team, because you have the help to hit those, you know, those ranks now.
Yeah.
100%. Jordan, I love you. Thank you so much for all
Yeah,
the
thank
time.
you.
Over
Thank
an
you.
hour of dedication to my team. I owe you big time. So
You don't owe me anything.
please feel free to call in a favor at any time. I'm happy to help. I love you so much. Thank you for all of your words of wisdom. I'm sure the squad is loving it, and they have action items, and they're gonna go do some things like affiliate
Get the
links
car.
and cards. And
Well, I have some action items. I know for sure.
everyone.
Yeah, me
does.
too.
So thank
Even
you
me.
very much. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
It was great.
All right, you guys, I love you so
You guys.
much, and I will talk to you on the flip side.
All right.